I'm Fallon from Seeing Double in Neverland. I'm bringing you Top 10 Tuesday, and this week we're doing Top 10 Favorite Authors. Now, what makes a favorite author for me? Well, that would be someone who can take me to a place that's unfathomable. I love fantasy reads or paranormal, some dystopians, but they have to have a really, really unique element. So one of my favorite authors is Marissa Meyer. Read the entire Lunar Chronicles, can't wait for winter. I even have Cinder Arc, so awesome. And I got to meet her last year. I also love Morgan Rhodes, Falling Kingdoms, Rebel Springs. I haven't read Gathering Darkness, I want to. Those are amazing. They're like Game of Thrones for YA. Then, Sophie Jordan. I read the Firelight series before I even started blogging. Dragons, it was just so great. I love Cassian. Oh. Then I read Uninvited, and in 2014 that was one of my top reads. So Sophie is such a sweetheart. She sent me the arc of Unleashed, and she personalized it for me. And I was so excited to read this. It was even better than the first, and I didn't think that was possible. I met Claudia Gray at Indie Book Fest. What can I say? I was so excited to read 1,000 Pieces of You, but then I read 1,000 Pieces of You, and it is my favorite book of all time. I don't think that will ever change. And from what I've heard, the new book is even better than the first, which blows my mind. And I got to interview her after that, and I was like fangirling like psycho the whole time. Then I did Veronica Rossi as my first blog review. Her dystopian has these elements that are just so unique and so intriguing that it's such a stand apart from other dystopians. I loved this series. I read it before I started blogging and then made that my first review. She was such a sweetheart. It was such a coincidence for the Boomerang tour, which was like 6 months right after I started blogging, almost to the day. I got to go meet her and do her launch and go to dinner with her. And she ended up sending me the UK editions of Under the Never Sky. And I got a beanie from her for Under the Never Sky. She was just the sweetest person ever. I love Leave It or Go and Tahara Mafi. Both of these two I get to meet at KikiCon, and I don't even know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be going back and forth on who to fangirl for. The Darkling and Werner. Enough said. Both the most dark, dreamy men. Sarah Rosh. Snow Like Ashes was my most anticipated read for 2014, and you know how you can sometimes be disappointed. She did not disappoint. I got the arc. I literally begged and kept emailing whoever I possibly could for this, and it was just, I want to be a Wintarian. That's all I can say. Then Amanda Hawking, I got the arc of Frostfire, the Troll series, and after that the love grew. She is sending me Ice Kissed in the mail. I don't have it yet. It's supposed to be here any day. She's just such a sweetheart. Then Sarah J. Maas. I don't have A Court of Thorn and Roses here, but I have read every Sarah J. Maas book. I even read The Assassin's Blade before they were even published. It was when she was doing e-copies for free, I think it was, long time ago. I had every one and I read them. And I was so intrigued. The day that Throne of Glass came out, I grabbed it and read it. And I have read every single one since, and Arrow Fire was literally the best in the series, but I am so obsessed with A Court of Thorns and Roses. So, these are my awesome top 10 authors, and I can't wait to see you next week for my top 10.